Well, hello, and welcome to the 365-day gaming challenge. It's the challenge where I play an unplayed game for my pile of shame every day. And today is 169. And we are looking at The Little Witch in the Wood. Or Woods. I think that's an S on the end there. But because they've done the font in a really weird way, you can't actually see very well. Now, it nearly wasn't this game, because the Xbox launcher is absolute garbage. I have so many problems with it. So many problems. Sometimes you won't be able to sign in on it. Sometimes it will show you signed in, but it won't process you as been signed in. And you have to end up clearing down the stored credential stuff in Windows settings. It's awful. Awful stuff. And it's the same why I don't like other launchers as well. Epic Game Store launcher is horrid. The Amazon one's horrid. But Steam is great, and so this whole thing of not putting games on Steam annoys me immensely. But I did manage to get this working in the end. It took me a good few tries. So it better be good after all of this. If you're crap, you're going to get slaughtered, game. This is an RPG. It's still in preview or early access at the moment. And there's a train, look, that makes the exact same sound and the exact same animations over and over. And this is a really, really long bridge. I'm thinking that this must be the most longest bridge in the entire world, because it's been going along this bridge for as long as we've been online. And the speed it's going, yeah, maybe 40 miles an hour, 50 miles an hour. And it's been going for 2 minutes now. Let's say it's 60, because that makes it easy. That means it's 1 mile a second. Is that right? 1 mile a minute. Fool, we're not going at the speed of light. So 1 mile a minute. That means this bridge is 3 miles long so far. So if we keep watching this, we'll find out how long this bridge is. It might be 100 miles long. That would be an interesting game. I think we're going to do something else though. Oh look, there's our video. Scaling is picture perfect or borderless, 1080p. I think we can probably put that up to 4K, but... And look, volume levels. Volume levels that aren't set to 100%. Well done, game. We'll put that up a bit. And the effects volume we will put up. Ah, oh, listen to that train. Etceteras. Alright, so we've got some pretty basic options there. So that's our game. See what it's like. Alright, so the bridge in the end was 4 miles long. Or 4.5 miles long. Oh, that sound is really annoying in headphones, because the loop is about that long. I wonder where the carrot was. What? We have a talking head. You're still thinking about that? We found everything except the carrot. I think it's good we never saw and found the carrot. There was anything off about that legendary soup recipe. I just realised we never checked the men's restroom. The carrots. Some lines you just don't cross. Searched the whole school, save for that place, but we never found the carrot. They're obsessed with carrots. No, that's not what it means. That's bad logic. A carrot in the men's restroom, what an odd sense of humour. Should write Jen a letter, asking her to look through the men's restroom. Can't you ask Will instead? It's the men's restroom after all. No, Jared finds it, he'll take it to the teacher, bawling like before. Keep in mind, but if it weren't for Will, you'd be in jail right now. Yeah, probably stealing carrots. Or 6 feet under. Ugh. So bored. Yeah. Yes, we are. It's a flashback. Flashbacks are supposed to be boring. I see why no one else wants to ride this god-awful train. It's boring enough to drive anyone insane. A ticket for this train costs 500 pies. So... and it stopped at the witch's house in Hylian, where all roads lead to Hylian. I think we need a little bit of help with the dialogue in this game. Your second place at the school for witches. Whatever, I don't care about any of that. So we have a character with an attitude problem. He's obsessed with carrots. He has bad logical thinking. That sounds like a recipe for a game. How am I second place? I don't know. I even sneaked into the forbidden room twice. 3 times. And she can't count. I even looked through the forbidden books in the hidden library in the school basement. So how did I manage second place? I simply want to lose. I'm confused by the hat characters. The hat friend, because now it's been obstinate. An obstinate magical hat. Kidding out of the sick quietly, this train is only for those who want to succeed. The witch's house might be dark and damp, but it's only 3 years of your life. Fine. Enough with the lecture. As a matter of fact, I'm disturbed with the thought of taking off my shoes when I get off the train. For what? I wonder what kind of chill you'll get into when we arrive. I won't fool around at the moment I get there. Yes, you will. No, self-control. Self-control. Don't you know about the terrible city of rules? That is Highland. The first thing to do is to take your shoes up as soon as you get off the train. I heard that Jenny's older sister was wearing strappy boots when she first arrived at Highland, so she almost couldn't get off because she had to unstrap them completely. That's strange. It's true. I also ask other people if you don't believe me. Right, we actually get to move on a moving train. The food was really delicious. The omelette was overflowing with cheese and crab meat, as soon as it was cooked. The pink salmon steak seasoned with lemon scented kiwi sauce. Even the slightly Frisian strawberries and peach sorbet and whipped cream. Without this meal, I would have jumped off the train soon. I ate that to collect the Great Witch Series cards. I got scolded because I was caught keeping the card and throwing away the bread. I'll definitely try the Nubicula cupcakes there. That's if I get to Highland, before I get bored today. A lot of dialogue doesn't really make any sense. I'm not talking to a bartender. I should ask the person closest to me before going further. Let's talk to the bartender then. Hello, Mr. Bartender. Hey, want a drink? No, we don't want a drink. Do you have any tea? Of course. Then I'll have a cup of it. The tea has alcohol in it though. Is that okay? Well then that's just alcohol. Alcohol with tea. Potato, potato. Then can I ask you a question instead of a drink? Alright. We're playing this on a joypad, by the way. You hadn't guessed already. So we can initiate conversations using the keywords at your disposal. What's up? There's not an awful lot of special lace-up boots. So that's asking about lace-up boots. Can I take a look at your shoes? My shoes? What for? From what I heard, you have to take your shoes off before you step foot into Highland Station. You work at the train station, so you know what I'm talking about, right? Oh, that's a story. Absolutely plenty of confused passengers who are all dressed up for Highland. If you're wearing shoes of that sort, I'd advise you to untie them in advance. Oh, ye who reachest Highland, look first upon thy shoes. Well, that's how the saying goes. See, Virgil? Oh, he was right. The preppy boots Mum gave me as a present tell me just as much. Those are some nice boots, right? My mum bought them for me when she found out I was graduating magna cum laude. You're gonna keep up with that attitude of yours. Hearing the two of you speak, I had the feeling of being... What? I have a feeling being boredom won't be an issue. No, I have a feeling being bored won't be an issue, Mr. Bartender. Being boredom... Boredom is a... What? Nope. It's so boring. Aren't you boredom, Mr. Bartender? I've gotten used to it. But it's certainly gotten less boredom. Thanks to you and your hat. It's just for me and my dog. You've been listening? Other guests would have heard about your arson at the school for witches by now. What? You didn't set it on fire. Really? Oh, sure there was a fire. But that was because I shook a potion 5 times and made it explode. Potions must be shaken 3 times only. Even a nun-watch like me knows that. Exactly. Why can you not try shaking it 4 times, having heard that? You said you shook it 5 times. Nothing happened on the 4th time, so I shook it once more to see. An inquisitive mind. You've already got the makings of a fine witch. Thanks for the praise. I don't think he was praising you. I should be on my way then. Alright, have a fun trip. You can't act like a country bumpkin once you're in a city. Got it? Who's she talking to this time? You're not going to ask just one person, are you? Why? One is never enough, you know. Even the greatest detectives never reach a conclusion based on a single piece of evidence. You have a point. You see, now this is a good thing that I like about this character at the moment. People who can solve problems don't look at the list of instructions and then blindly follow them when they get to a point where the instructions are wrong. They work around the problem. People who never progress in life blindly follow instructions. But there's a caveat to that. You have to have some common sense as well. The instructions say, don't stick your head in a lion's mouth. Probably sensible not to be sticking your head in a lion's mouth. You shouldn't need to be told not to stick your head in a lion's mouth. But sometimes you have to use a little bit of this to solve a problem. Because people are not always going to solve your problems for you. Train crew or an ordinary passenger? How about we talk to an ordinary passenger, because they're bound to have something sensible and interesting to say. Hello. Oh, hello. Am I disturbing you? Negative. What's the issue? There's not an issue. Why would there be an issue? Why have you made the assumption that there's an issue? Oh, I want to ask you about something. You're on the way to Highland, right? Correct. What's the matter? Oh, it's just that you have a very blunt way of speaking. Oh my, old habits die hard, especially when one is deep in thought. You sound like the janitor from my school. You see, that janitor sounds like he knows how to fix problems. Well, I used to be a soldier. Oh, maybe not then. So what brings you here? Speak. Right. We need to ask about the laced boots. Before that, what? You've been staring at my feet for a while. Is there some kind of problem? Oh, I was going to ask anyway. Isn't it uncomfortable to wear such strappy boots? It'd take some time to put them on and take them off again, but I'm used to it. And it would be hard for you when you arrive at Highline. What? What are you talking about? I mean, you have to take your shoes off when you get off. What? 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 Huh? Oh, you were kidding, right? I'm sorry, I'm rather dull when it comes to things like this. Jenny. Mr. Bartender. The mystery has been solved. Did I make some kind of mistake? No, I just realised that I was deceived. Come to think of it, I remember now. It's a joke to make fun of people who visit Highland for the first time. Stop. You don't have to kill me twice by giving me that much detail. I'm sorry. Are you holding back laughter? No, I'm not. He's trying so hard to be considerate. You don't ask twice. Virgil, I hate you even more now. You don't need to be too upset. When I went there for the first time in the past, I was also tricked by a colleague and took them off. What? 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 We've just had this conversation where you didn't know what she was talking about, and now you're telling the story that you've just remembered, and you were tricked into taking your shoes off, and that wouldn't have gone into your mind straight away. The dialogue in this game makes no sense. That doesn't comfort me at all. I'm sorry. How do you feel? Like I'm glad I didn't pay for this game. Why are you asking me that? Your molars might fall out. Relax a bit and tell me. I still can't believe Jenny deceived me. There's a reason why she's your friend. Now go back to your seat quietly and wait until we've arrived. We still have 3 more days to go. Really? We've got to sit through 3 days of this. That's terrible. It's the smell of a spotted shiitake mushroom. It is. Wine in a place like this must be expensive. It's delicious. I think Twinkle Twinkle juice would taste much better. Sally also said that. It was fun to help make Sally's moonshine. That's the reason it was fun. Although I didn't drink it because it looked too dangerous. But there seems to be an obsession with alcohol as well. Oh, have we got to have a conversation with this thing as well? Up ahead is the engine room. Oh. Alright, now have some patience and stay seated. On board. But you just sat down. This is torture. Stare out the window if you're so bored. Yeah, look outside, look at that mountain. It must be hiding in the cave with strange pillars, statues and giant doors. Sounds like the prologue to a story where you awaken a terrible demon. Wait, hold on, Virgil. Shut up and look out the window at the summit of the mountain. There's a gigantic shining tree at the top. A gigantic shining tree. Why is it shining? Does it have luminous flowers? Must be so beautiful up top close. Give it up, this train won't stop for 2 days. Ugh. I want to get out now. I hope we crash. Fat chance of that happening, so just stay bored. After all, you signed up for 3 years of even more boredom. Aren't there any crocodile nearby? Nope. What about boa constrictors? This isn't the jungle. Train noise? This isn't the Wild West. It's a healing game, remember? Hey, a boa constrictor. The correct line is what's going on. There's no station here, so why are we stopping? Probably to get rid of that annoying sound loop that's been playing for 20 minutes or more. I'm not sure. Maybe there's something wrong with the terrain. I doubt it's a boa constrictor though. I don't care if it's not a boa constrictor. Please just say there's some massively critical issue. Please, please, please. We apologise for the inconvenience. A critical issue, perhaps? The train cannot continue its journey due to a critical issue. Yes! Attention, the train will stop until tomorrow morning and then the departure time. Can we go outside? We'll likely announce tomorrow and we'll depart immediately if possible. Okay, I'll be back in a bit. In the meantime, please avoid wandering too far from the train. Let's go. I'm not sure if you remember, but of course I remember. These shining trees at the peak. No, not that. We have to get back by tomorrow morning. Then we should get going. Right. Perhaps there's something more than conversation. Wow. It's so dark. But at least we've got a new sound loop. If you're scared, we can go back to the train. I love it. Let's hurry. Saved. Good to know. It's a hill. Thanks for that. It won't be easy to climb. Look over there. There are vines hanging up on the hill. I'll be able to climb that much. That's bad news. Oh, I see. It's a secret passageway. I don't think it's secret or passageway. I bet there's a path beyond it. Too much dialogue. What's this? Looks like little honey pumpkin. What's that? It's a type of weed that grows in forested areas. The vines grow so fast that you can never be rid of it by hand. You must find the nucleus hidden somewhere to get rid of it. Then I guess we can get rid of this if we find the nucleus. Or just return to the train. That can't happen. Let's look for the nucleus. Since the nucleus gives off a light when you touch the vine, you'll be able to find it. Hooray! We're into the Green Forest Plains. Please don't use that word, explore. That word gives me anxiety. No thanks to your mother. We've got some music finally. Who knew? We'll have a cran apple though. I think we want that stick. The shining tree is at the peak of the mountain. So quickly, if you want to see it, we must return to the train by tomorrow morning, without a space between by and tea. Yeah, yeah. I'm getting all the flowers. The shining tree is at the peak of the mountain, so go quickly if you want to see it. We must return to the train by tomorrow morning. Again. Yeah, yeah. Stop nagging, game. Because you're being annoying now. Stop doing that. I'm going to turn you off. Okay, so the shining tree is over the other side. There's the town, Virgil. But you have to go to Hylian. What a shame. Right, we are heading to the shining tree. Except we're not, because I'm going to go investigate down here. Look, you don't have to keep on putting up that thing every 2 seconds. That's just irritating as fuck. Take that out your game. It is crap. I want to go explore. I'll go fucking exploring. Ooh. It's not letting me interact with that. But that's obviously some kind of light source. Maybe we can pick that up at some point. A mountain. That's a bad thing, right? I always hated mountains. My leather gets worn out from all the wind. Why are there so many things blocking the path? This must be a forest with many secrets. What's this? Looks like a barrier made with witch pattern. Witch pattern? Is there a witch here? There was, or... Do you know how it works? School hammered into my head shouldn't be an issue. As long as it's drawn well. I want to get there. Giant waterfall. Lots of things blocking our path. There's the tree. Are you happy now? Wow. It's the gigantic shining tree. The same one we saw from the train. This is a bitter grape tea tree. I don't think the tree is the one that's shining. Check this out, Virgil. There's a ton of butterflies on it. You're right, the butterflies seem to be glowing. These are blue moon butterflies. The butterflies give a subtle moonlight. Reflect a moonlight. They don't give it off. They're not the source of the light, are they? They reflect the light. The light from these butterflies has the same power as actual moonlight. That's why strange things happen around these butterflies. They're beautiful. A giant tea tree with butterflies glowing with moonlight. It's not just beautiful, it's an extremely fascinating sight to behold. Isn't this a pretty magnificent discovery? Do you know that those two are rare creatures? What? So what about it? The fact those two are together is amazing. What about those two being together? They usually raise together artificially to get moonflower in Lucerne or two. It's uncommon for them to be together naturally like this. Anyway, we did find something, right? I guess so. I'll have to write a letter to the school later. Let's look around a bit more. Fill up the codex and all, right? Just don't be late. We must return to the train by tomorrow morning. Yeah, I think we've gotten that bit out. We've been reminded many times. Very annoyingly. Okay. Let's go back the way we came up. There might be other strange things. Well, that seems like a gigantic waste of time. And I'm running out of coffee and patience. I don't think I'll get a wink of sleep on the train. I wonder if there's anywhere I can sleep tonight. What about the ground? Dirt and rocks formation a knife bear. That's not funny, Virgil. Look, the blue moon butterfly we saw at the peak is here too. We may as well collect some for study purposes. You think I could just sneak up and grab it? Wait, do you remember what Mr. Gravier said? No, because I've never met Mr. Gravier. Death lives under the bed. No, not that. Draw it before you touch it. That's right. Approach it and use the quill to draw it in the encyclopedia. Why are you making me pause, game? Why are you making me pause? Don't do that. Now, do you see why you can't catch any right now? Let's have a look. Butterfly, it's sensitive sound but not easily go anywhere. We need a net, I would imagine. I don't have one right now. Not much you can do now then. But I want to do it right now. I'll scream and scream and scream until I'm sick. Get into the witch's house in Heinlein is more important. Let's go back down now then. There's got to be something else that's fun. I'm gonna get all the things. I've got a piece of rock now as well. Well, if you didn't disturb me, I could have walked in that gap, couldn't I, and then removed the root. But no, you had to interrupt. There's things there, look. Ooh, a glowing cat. Look at that, Virgil. A shining white cat. I've never seen anything like that before. Ellie, we have to. Let's go after that creature. Yeah, I want to go after it. Don't care what the hat says. Cat dropped something and left. What's this? Looks like witch's chalk. thing, you use it to draw things like that pattern. It looks like a different one that we were using at school. It's just different packaging. Right. This witch pattern seems to have been erased a bit. It won't work if it gets erased like this. You can draw the pattern again using the same coloured witch chalk. Since I have the one I just picked up here, let's draw it again. Should I draw the pattern using one witch white chalk? Yes. The witch's garden. The cat is obviously the witch, Ellie. Look, there's a house. It's a witch's house. Looks pretty old. I guess we can talk to the master witch here and stay here for a while. Doesn't look like there are people inside. Well, if there's no one, I might stay for a while. Isn't it natural for an apprentice witch to be at a witch's house? That's true, but something is going to go badly wrong. Let's knock on the door then. Anyone there? Is anybody there? That's not something you should be asking in a dark wood. Seems like nobody's here. Could be an abandoned witch's house. Who's feeding the cat then? Because the witch administration can't figure out everything. Alright, let's go inside. I think this is going to be a TARDIS house, where the house is bigger on the inside than it is on the outside. Shall we find out? It's not. It really is an abandoned witch house. Taking that into consideration, it looks alright. Although it's not clean. Since the witch's house is managed on their own, it doesn't seem to be in a very good condition considering how dirty it is. Well, it does seem to be. But the bed looks fine. I guess I can just sleep here. Well, since the witch's house is a public institution, it's okay to sleep one night or so. And it's better than sleeping outside. We have missed the train. What's with that face? You slept on a nice fluffy bed. Yeah, we get it. The train is leaving. Oh, this game has problems. Yes, but I dreamt that I was sleeping on the train. All that effort not to sleep on the train, only just to dream of that. You should have just slept on the train. No, that's not it. I slept very well, actually. I can almost hear the sound of the train, though. Wait, isn't it actually the sound of the train? Yes, repeatedly. What? Really? It's taking off, or it? No, it's not taking off, is it? It's not leaving the floor. Let's hurry. Oh, come off it. There's no need to keep playing that bloody sound. Yeah, we've just heard this dialogue. We've seen it. Where's the train? Ugh. It's like the bird was imitating the bird sounds. Where's the train? It probably already went to hide there. And what do we do now? Kill the bird would be the first bit with a very big brick or stone. Why are you so calm? I've been through much worse with your mum. Right, kill the bird. What is that thing? Annoying. That's what. It's called the Gaga bird. They say it's a bit insane. Quite. I don't want to hear it. Yeah. Very astute. It's your fault for oversleeping. Don't blame the Gaga bird. Fine. Whatever. Just be quiet. Alright. Oh. Can we go back? I want to go back now. We can't just leave. Yes, we can. You're artificially stopping it so that we can go back. It's just you're preventing me from doing so. A letter. How nice of them to leave a letter behind. Let's see. I think it's from the bartender off the train. You're probably shocked to see the train is gone. A witch suddenly appeared in the middle of the night and got rid of the prickly vines. They said they can't wait because the train was already delayed, so we had to leave. But don't worry, the train will come back. And there's a village nearby, where I used to live. You can just spend some more time there. There should be a sign in the forest, so take a look and find the village. When you arrive at the village, please send Inite and Arden my regards. Bartender. That place where we saw earlier must be the village. Are you even a little bit upset that we missed the train? It's okay, since it's a village, right? I guess we could just wait there. How about clean the witch's house? You never know what happened. Also try checking if a village really exists. Okay. Please not to try, I'm so excited. Yeah, I think we know that, Mr. Hat. Yes, we heard you. We heard you nag. We heard your nagging game. Your nagging, irritating game. But waste my time by making it 5 seconds to pick up a bloody apple. It's a wabbit. It's not, it's a squishy chub fur. Isn't this a sign for the witch's house? It's different from what I'm used to. It's old. Let's get rid of the weeds first. It's too much. A quest mark. Let's clean up. It's probably very old. She must be eating and living well somewhere in the Lusharine Orchard. She's really messing the house. Right. I don't think we need a running commentary on come on. Oh, it's a notebook. Might be useful later. Oh, don't clean them. A witch elevator. Let's hurry up and go down. See, I knew it was going to be bigger on the inside. I was right after all. We can make potions and proper tools down here. Why did it take an hour to get to this point of the game? Really? This might actually turn out to be fairly good now. Expert process ingredients that exact heat intensity and the right ladling technique. And at last you'll end up with a proper potion that we only have to shake 3 times. My inventory's full. Let's focus on what we're doing now. But my inventory's full. Yep, that's a potion ingredient. Oh, she was in a hurry. We haven't got much. Just brush off the dust. Loon oil looks like a recipe for a potion. Power of moon, moonflower and phoenix feather. It's the ancient witch language. Yeah, it looks like a recipe. Come on. Annoyingly slow. Right, a roaster. Yeah, put the ingredients in, do all the roasting shit. And now we're going to get an explanation of a box. Looks like we can put stuff in. Move all. Move all. Move all. Move all. there anything else we had? Right, we've got to keep those in our possession, apparently. Oh, now, what is this? It's an extractor. We use it so many times at school. It was slightly smaller than this one, though. Hard to use. Look at the glass bottle underneath. Oh, it's broken. We'll need a friendly toad at least. And a glass bottle to use it. Right. So we've got to repair all the stuff. Squishy fur and witch flower. Why is this a slow game? You don't need to do it like this. Squishy fur, excellent. We don't have squishy fur, excellent. There we go. Weed terminates potion. Awesome. Apparently we can't get rid of that yet. Well, we've got to a point now where the game has actually opened up. So that was the opening hour of Little Witch in the Woods. Really very much dragged on for an entire hour until it's actually started to become a little bit more interesting. So if you are playing this game, I would say just persevere for a bit with the terrible dialogue and the annoying sounds. It's just no need to put these things on such tight loops, especially for people wearing headphones. It's just annoying. It's an annoying game. You need to sort out your typos, but it's a preview, so we'll let you get away with that. But you have typos. And make picking up stuff off the floor faster. There's no need to have a 5-second delay on it. Don't just make it pick up immediately. There's no need to animate every single pickup. It just gets tedious as you go on. Even that extra 5 seconds to do it, it's annoying. It takes away from the UX. But could this game be better based on the first impressions that we've had? I think so. I think this game might now open up quite a bit. So I wouldn't say don't take a look. I would say definitely go and take a look at it. It's on Game Pass. So if you've got that, it's a no-brainer. Just go and have a look. And hopefully that hour was just a little bit slow, and now this game is going to be a lot more interesting. Maybe I'll take the time to find out, maybe I won't. But for now, I need another coffee. So I hope you have a pleasant day, and I shall see you tomorrow with another game in my 365 challenge. That's the challenge where I play an unplayed game for my pile of shame every day. And this has been day 169, and this has been Little Witch in the Woods. See ya.